Hey YouTube, it's me, and I apologize for this awkward kind of setup. I didn't really know how to do this, so this is the best thing that I thought of. So, I'm gonna kind of do a deck here, but this is what I was looking for when I was first, I know I'm still a beginner, I'm not saying that I'm any, pro or anything there, that I know everything about it, but I was looking for a video where they took one of the intro packs and try to catch my attention with it, and then they took things out on and then put new things in to give you examples and stuff. I don't have everything I would like for this deck, so bear with me. So the way this deck is, it has a lot of creatures that I would never really put in a deck, like these big heavy creatures, and I don't really like them as much as this deck is trying to run them. So yeah. So I mean these are 5 drops and up, just these. And this is a 7 drop for a 5/5, a 5 drop for a 5/4. They're just not that good cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out every single one of them. Yep. All 6 of these big, and if you get this deck, do this along with me. All right, I'll list what you need in the description, maybe, or just watch the video and you'll figure it out. So take all 6 of these drops, set it up by mana. Put your highest mana costing creatures over here. I mean your lowest, and then go second lowest, third, fourth, mana, and then sorceries based on that. So these, and after you do that, you'll notice that your 5 and up column will have these 6 creatures. Take them out. So that means the deck is going down to 54 cards. Okay? Now, in replace of those, there's a couple of things you could do. You could add, which I'm going to, because a couple of cards in this deck work together that I just figured out. Rebel Belt Raiders. No. Anybody looking at this, you don't have to splash. Anyone who doesn't really understand it, you don't have to splash, because Rebel Belt Raiders pays for it, and it's not red and green, it's red or green. So you can do either one. So you could always just pay for this with just green. Which, yes, it's still 3 green mana, like Predator Ruse, but it's a complete worth it 3 green mana. So you want to add 4 of these for only 4 drops as well. So once you add 4 of these, you'll have 4 more 4 drops, taking out these 6, and it'll pay for a Garruk, possibly. Garruk's always he's not necessary if you're on a budget. Especially if you're a beginner, you probably won't jump right into a Garruk. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a Garruk in. So there's 5. And then you're going to need trample with some of these creatures. So you're going to add a Rancor for just those 6. So that's just for those 6, because I'm trying to gap it in the right way. But that's not really how it's going to be. So there's going to be 4 Rebel Belt Raiders right here, and then a Garruk and a Rancor. So then you want to look at the other creatures of yours. You want to keep Corpse Chest Menace. He's a very good card because he works with Rebel Belt Raiders. So pause the video, read those 2 if you need to. Because of the counters, the counters work together. Because this one's getting all these counters over here, and then this one's doubling the counters. So think of these 2 together, it's just going to be nasty. So I don't currently have them, but you want 4 of him, if you can get them. So you want to look at your 4-drop creatures. There's 5 4-drop creatures, 1 being Corpse Chest Menace, which you want Corpse Chest Menace. This is the 4-drop for a 2/2 with Death Touch. Death Touch is good, but a 2/2 for a 4-drop is just not worth it. So you're going to take that out, along with these. Then, you're going to take out Corozda Monitor. Just look at him. He's really not that good. I mean, a 4-drop for a 3/3 with trample. Not horrible. I never said it was horrible, but it's just not that good. It just can't be. If we're trying to make a good deck here, you have to think of the possibilities. Like, there's a card that my brother had in his deck, and then he thought it was good, and then I showed him pacifism. It did the same exact thing, and it was 2 less mana. It's like, you have to make good choices. So, and then this card, I don't even know why. It's maybe because they're trying to go bats or something, but it's just not a good card. So once you take out 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll be able to put in more cards. So you'll put in the other. We have a problem. What did I do? Am I an idiot or what? Oh, here it is. Alright, so you're going to put in the other 3 Rancors. So then you'll have 4 of them in there. So you'll have 4 Rancors. The Rancors are kind of costly, but don't worry. You'll come across them. Maybe somebody can give them to you. They're not that good, but they're very solid because they almost never really die necessarily. And then, so that's 3, and then you'll add just 1 of the Farseeks. Farseeks will be good because they'll help you find your black mana, which I'll explain how that helps in a second. So, after taking out these weaker cards, you want to add these cards, and then you'll still have the Corpse-Sack Menace, and then you'll go up here. So, for 3 drops, a 3-drop 3/2 with 2 with a black, gains lifelink. It's just not that good of a card. Like, you need to find the better cards. So it's just won't cut it. Dragmangular, 3/3 with haste. For 3, it's a good card. Keep it. Keep it in the deck. I mean, I know, like, people who are very experienced watching this, well, a lot of very experienced people probably won't be watching this, but if they are, they know Dragmangular is not fantastic, but it's still a good card. Whenever Wild Beastmaster attacks, each other creature you control gets +X/+X to the end of the turn, where X is Wild Beastmaster's power. So, it's a decent card. I mean, I don't know, if you're going to build it up, then it's definitely a good card, but if you can't really have anything to build it up, then it's just a decent card. But it's only it's a 3-drop. Keep it. It's decent. Then this, a 3-drop for a 3/2, just not worth it. It's really just not worth it. So if you're going to be taking out one more card, you can fit another Farseek. See what that does. Fit that Farseek in there. So then, you look at your 2-drops. There's a lot of 2-drops in this deck. So, you look at it. 2-drop for a 2/2, but it's a zombie. Not bad. 2-drop for a 1/1 with flying. Not good. You don't want these in there. It's for a 2-drop for a 1/1. I mean, it's just not worth it. Like, it's just, you need, I mean, maybe if it was a 2/2 with flying, it would be worth it, but it's just not. So you take those out. Then, if you take those 2 out, you'll have a room for the last 2 Farseeks, which will help you find your mountains. Okay? You look at Walking Corpse. A 2-drop for a 2/2. It's not horrible. It's more creatures, but, I don't know. But what else do we have the black mana for, right? So, keep them. They're not horrible. I mean, you need those 2/2s out there just because you need to survive until you can start putting down Rebel Hulks and, Rebel Belt Raiders and stuff like that. So keep them. Drudge Beetle. A 2-drop for a 2/2 with an unbelievable, awful ability that you would never use. It's a 6-drop, and it's just not a good ability. So 2-drop for a 2/2. Basically the same thing as a zombie, but it's with green, so you want your fair share of those as well. Then, the card I like the most out of these, the set of these, is the Carouse the Guildmage, or however you pronounce it. He's a card. I would like 4 of him. I don't personally have 4 of him. but I would like to get 4 of him. Because it gives some of your creatures Intimidate, and Intimidate can be pretty good sometimes. I don't know if you're running like against an Angels deck that's all white or something like that. So you want to keep him. So you're not really taking much out of that column, except for that 2-drop. So for 2-drops, your 2-drops are going to be pretty strong. You're going to have some decent 2-drops to get out there with some lifelink and stuff like that. I mean, with Farseek and stuff like that. For 1-drops, 1-drop in this deck is weak. Slitherhead is your 1-drops. They are decent. I don't know how I feel about them. I mean, the ability only works as a sorcery, which is kind of irritating, but it's free. So keep them in there. I mean, it's also just a black or a green, so you never know. So basically, as long as you start off with 1 man, you'll have the ability to play it. But then fit in 4 Arbor Elves. It's almost necessary. Arbor Elves are great because you can untap target forests and create more mana for yourself. So you want to keep those for 1-drops. 1-drop. So the speed in this deck isn't bad, but the thing that's somewhat decent about this deck is the fact that it's a lot of creatures at once. So it's like if you can possibly get as many creatures, because with these creating mana, the Arbor Elves, you can get like 3 creatures out on turn 2 or 1, or well, obviously not 1. That would almost make no sense. But you could have like 3 creatures out turn 2 or something. And so once you have all these creatures out, then Rebel Belt gets big quick. Then Corpsjack Menace doubles him. Doubles the counters. So it makes it good. For mana in this deck, it's running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 forests. For swamps, it's running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 swamps. 24, and then 1 Golgari Guildgate. Since Farseeks will be creating the swamps, we want to take less swamps. So I'm going to take out 2 swamps and take out how am I doing this? 3 swamps. So then there will be 9 swamps and 10 forests, which creates 19 plus the 4 Golgari Guildgates, which you shouldn't have a problem finding 3 Golgari Guildgates. The Guildgates aren't that. If anyone is trying to create this deck with me, as long as they can prove that they liked, commented, and subscribed or whatever, if they need help, if they can prove that they're trying to make this deck with me, I will send them Golgari Guildgates if they need them. And I'll send some other cards that you might help. The only cards that I really won't be able to send you are the Rancors, the Rebel Belts, the Garruk, and the Corpsjack Menace. Anything else here, basically, I can help send you if you need it. So now that I look at it, the creature, I'm just realizing this now, it's not a very creature-heavy kind of deck, the way it's looking right now. Which, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I like it. The way, like with a lot of creatures, because Rebel Belts get big, then Corpsjack Menace, it'll just be such a good combination with all these, and then your one's Planeswalker. So, sorry about that, my thing. So, I would suggest, actually, because there's a lot of removal, like Disentomb, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This is good because if for Corpsjack Menace or somebody tries to tell you Rebel Belt, you can get it back. It gives you a second chance, basically. Then these 2 drops, Treasure to Find. Sorry, my computer went black. Return target creature card from graveyard to your hand. Exile Treasure to Find. So this is basically just Disentomb for more mana. So that's the kind of thing that we need to get rid of. So we'll get rid of her. Then a Grizzly Salvage. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature or a land card from among them into your battlefield. Put the rest of them in your graveyard. That's really not good because it's not. You're discarding too many cards to do this. So for 3 drops, Murder. You want as many murders as you can get. Put more murders. Murders are great. Serpent's Gifts. Target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn for a 3-drop. It's just not worth it. Aerial Perdition. Destroy target creature with flying, you gain 2 life. I'm going to put this in there because it would be a good sideboard card, and I personally have a huge problem with flyers. And then Golgari Key Runes, you want to keep those. It helps for mana and helps for just getting the token out there. So yeah. Then you see, for getting into a more expensive thing, for 4, destroy target creature, its controller loses 2 life. As an additional cost, sacrifice a creature. So paying 4 and sacrificing a creature to destroy target creature, its controller loses 2 life. It's manageable. Keep it. You can keep 1 if you want, if you're not feeling it that much. And then this card is pretty good, but the fact that it's a 6-drop aggravates me. I can pick a creature, give it +3/+3 until end of turn, and then I can pick another creature and give it -3/-3 until end of turn. So if somebody puts a Rebel Belt Raider out, per se, and I do anything, like if I do this before he gets to like attack with him and get him bigger, then he's dead. I can kill the Rebel Belt. So you're taking out like these kind of cards and making sure you put in these. So that's just my thoughts on what you should do with the deck, and how you can make it better. And it was just a look at the intro packs. You could see it personally. So remember what I said. If anyone is making this deck with me and they need some cards, if you maybe send me an envelope with your address and stuff, then I could send it back with cards, or you could tell me your address, and I guess I'll just pay for the stamps, whatever. But if you need help, I can help you. Arbor Elf's easy. I can get a lot of this for you. But thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.